Good morning, everyone. I've got such an amazing and special guest today, and with an amazing topic as well, like the do and don't and in marketing. So I'm just gonna let you, Anna, to present yourself.
Thank you, Dana. It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much for this stage. So my name is Anna Bilina. I'm from Belarus originally, and I am a technology expert and digital marketing specialist. So I'm working on a lot of projects altogether. And sorry, incoming call, I can stop that. My goal is to assist to as much as many people as possible to get to the digital part of this era, especially businesses, freelancers, and people that technology is scaring for them or chaotic for them. So I'm
I
working.
must say that Anna knows all the innovations there is in all the different platforms in marketing that you need. So if you want to learn about something new in Telegram, in Instagram, all of that, she's the person. That's one of the person that I'm learning from new stuff.
Oh, thank you. It's because I'm a geek and I just very curious and I very like to explore new things and understand the new features. So and how to maybe implement them into your, I don't know, life or business or whatever that will progress. So
So should we start?
yeah, and Dana, I learn from you a lot. So you don't know that maybe, but I learn from you like every second about with that energy and that great knowledge that you bring. So it's very mutual.
So after we give compliments to each other, we're gonna start. So we're gonna start showing you some examples of do and don'ts and different campaigns that actually works and things that you can actually learn from it for your business. So I'm gonna share my screen, and as you can see, so this is one example one that we're gonna share. Okay. So as you can see, it's an advert for the poster. If you guys want, you can write in the comments what do you think about it. Does it work? Does it not? And I'll give you Anna to say your comment about this.
So what do you think, Dana? What is it? Is it success or not success? Or and what? Why and not? And why is?
So for me, the message is not really clear. Like that the buzzer on her back is what helping her to get her posture well. And it kind of looks like that she doesn't really have issues with the posture. And it's just like the way that she is, standing for the camera. That's on
Mm-hmm.
one side. Also like in the message, the way they wrote it down, like also without like even pricing or something that even attracting and saying like, just get it, this is the right thing to do. It's not going to cost you much. No explanation on like all of this. And also, it's actually something you said before, but if you look at the comments and the shares, so it's nice to have 48, but it's not that much for something like this. And people are not sharing it enough. People are not voting enough that this is something that speaks to them.
Yeah, so I also see that it's causing some. I brought this example because I see it causing some interactions, like comments, but not shares, almost not shares. But the fact that we do have at least two shares, for example, let's take one of them is for managers of the ad, but let's say one share is like a real share. It means somebody does think this is important and can be useful, but this is very mediocre in the intermediate ad that causes reactions but does not cause effect. That's what I
Yeah.
believe.
So that's an example of what not to do. Okay. If you've got a product, and we've got an example for a product that actually do the explanation why it's working. But if you got a product that people need to actually understand a bit better about it, like what does it does, how does it work? Would you go with something like that, like a buzzer on your back and gonna see if it's working? You don't even know how it's working. It's not even attracting you to come and understand, like, use me because look how it works, look what it does. I would prefer to have a video of a person standing like this with a curve in his back and that the buzzer getting to be straight. I would prefer to see this. This will be much more selling versus the picture of before and after in this part. And also try to get people to attract them with a good pricing, something with time limitation. They're going to say, okay, I don't have much time. I need to get it. I need to get it now. Okay,
So
we're gonna move
I
to the
totally
second
agree.
one,
Wait,
which is
can we go back one step, Dana? Can we go back
yeah.
one step? I just want to also add to what you say. This is very important that images work less better than videos in any algorithm now. And this is important to understand. This image is technically good. Before, after, it's not bad thing. It's a good thing to show, but in not like you say, in a video mode. Like if it was a video by switching pictures, that would add greatly to this ad.
Which that's why we've got this example, which it's the same, yes. So you can see it. And the nice thing in this example, which I like, is that there is a video that explains about the product. They tell you the price that's going to be like once they're going to increase back. And they've got like $20 for this folded chair. Who doesn't want it? $20, it's not a lot, especially if you live in that area or something like this. People will want it. And the nice thing that I know that you mentioned before we started is look at the amount of people that actually share it. 3.2 thousand shares versus like the comments at like
double
1.4.
Double the comments.
And that's amazing. Like, look at this. And it's easy, it's understandable. You know exactly what you're going to get because you can see it in the video. You can see the price before and after. You've got a time limitation for this, and it's the right way to do it. This is if you do an advert that you're already paying money for. And that's something I want to say, and I'll come out from this for a second. But when you decide to do an online campaign, okay, look, the campaigns that you're actually paying for, make sure that they're accurate as much as you can, because you don't want to waste your money, time, and energy on something that's not going to bring you the leads, not going to give you the leads that are going to move from a potential client to a client. So that's what we're trying to give with these examples, is to actually show you what's working and what's not, how you can learn, how you can trial it. Of course, that not everything will necessarily work for the same business, but that's the thing. You need to to bear in mind, if you look at the two examples, is one was very kind of vague in a way. It's not very clear like how the product works. You don't know what the pricing. If you need to start searching and learning about this, most people won't do it unless it's really nagging them the posture. Because the other one, it was just easy. It was feeding them with a spoon on like how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and in this effort, also they use a lot of limitations that cause you to decide quicker. For example, limited discount time. So we just engage you to perform your decision as much as possible quicker, not just saying, "Oh, look what a great product we have," because they don't say that. It's like the video shows the great product they have, and even I want this product. So okay, so this is the limitation causes me to think decision quicker. That's what actually ad is supposed to do, this type of ad of items.
And it's a good thing sometimes to push your clients, your potential clients, to make a decision now. If he knows he's got like 2, 3, 4 days to buy it, and if not, it's going back to the price, it's gonna, for some, they're gonna say like, oh, if it's meant to be, it will be, I'll find it again in this price next time. But for half of the people as well, they're gonna say, okay, I want it and I want it now, so let's get it. And they're going to buy immediately and not overthink about it. Or maybe they could
there is, by the way, a psychology point that it's good to understand that people are, when you're browsing their Facebook feed, they're not looking to spend money right now. But when they see a deal that is very, very like you pay a little price and you get something bigger than what you imagine, like this example, so you consider, okay, this money is not that big for a bed that I'm getting in $20. So the consideration of those numbers can cause a person to buy impulsively. And that's what I want to speak more about the ads, about impulsive buying, because Facebook is not mentioned to make people buy impulsively. It just sometimes randomly gets it, like this one.
Okay, so if you would have bought, just write us even one in the comments here, so we'll know and see how it works. And what do you think, if it's working or not? Okay, so this is the same one, and they've just given it a different title, as you can see, but it's working. Okay, this one you're gonna need to explain.
Yeah, this
Can
one
I
is not yeah.
music?
Yeah, this one is a small explanation. This is not an item or an ad. It's not even sponsored ad. It's just a Instagram post of one of my favorite teachers called Lilia Nilova. She's Russian, lives in California right now. She has a blog about marketing, about digital marketing, pop-up marketing, with more than 1 million followers. And her blog is highly engaging. What do I mean? Like, I wanted just to show a very engaging piece of content. Why is this engaging? First, because I personally know and adore her, but in general, her pictures make you stop on the feed. Why do they do that? I would like to analyze it a bit. First, because all of her posts are unexpected. What I mean? They really stand out of all of the feed that can show, I don't know, pictures of birds, skies, food, etc. She has this weird pink cat with earphones, okay? That like totally different from your perception. It's just like you have to stop the feed, stop scrolling and say, what is this cat? Pink
And you
cat
want
with
it's a
earphones.
person that do marketing. So you one thing it's a person to do marketing when you see an image like this. And that's a nice way to do it. It's a different strategy on how to put yourself out there and increase the engagement by doing something different. And that's the way she's doing the marketing. And that's very nice. And you can see the amount of likes that she got. I don't see the amount of comments, but as well. And that's something that I want to mention on Instagram, that it's not only how many likes you receive for this, how many people are actually saving the post, and how many people are actually commenting and sharing the post. Because this is where you want to be. You want to engage more, not only chase after likes, okay? Because likes not going to help you, and likes not really something that Instagram likes anymore in a way. Yes, they prefer more of the engagement of the side of the sharing, the saving, and the commenting.
Yeah, because Instagram goes to authenticity now, because they want to eliminate as much as possible the bot activity and the not real activity, which can easily but this example is great because she also writes great content. Like, every piece of her content is super useful. I believe it has a lot of shares. I also save her posts, most of her posts, because they're very useful for me personally, or engaging or motivating. So it's not only visual, it's also great content.
But that's the mix of things. So when you post something on Instagram, you also, and I'll come outside from this for a second, but that's very important. When you work on Instagram, you really need to think about how the algorithm works, right? And the algorithm saying, like, if you can keep the people in my platform for as much as you can, I will push you forward. I will promote your post. I will make sure that it's going to be in the top, and they're always going to have people to see them. And that's what they're trying to do. And that's why a post like this is working. So if you have the mix of the right picture that's going to catch people's eye, because think about it, there is, I think, like a 95, like a million pictures that are uploaded on a daily basis to Instagram. So you know how many pictures it is. And we all do the scrolling part. So you need something to catch your eye. That's one part. And people, either they just do a like, and some people actually read the content. But if you have a good content, people will actually save their post, and they're going to share it. They're going to put it in the stories. There's different ways. And that's where you want to be. And that's all, like, if you look at all the social media platforms, that's how they work. If you can get the people to stay there for a longer period of time, that's good for them, because that means that they can put the adverts, they can get more money for the adverts, and that's how it works. So that's what you need to try to aim to. So aim to all the time to have good content, not only like by image, but also by the text that you use. I'll move to the next one.
So I love this cat example. Next. Okay, this one is not very example, but this one is somebody I found not long ago. Her name is also Anna, and well, she's a freelancer. Just an example of her profile, which is very basic and simple, but she has like 100K followers for a reason, because her content is really good. And just to example that you don't always need to put a lot of effort for designing your profile. because she has not very high level of design, but her content is so strong that it empowers people and that she can just deliver value over visual.
I really agree. And you know what? And I'll take about it from the other side. So a lot of the thing I see, and I want everyone to look at the followers and the following. And a lot of people, the mistake that they do is that because they're trying to get many likes to that page, what they're doing, they actually get more following versus followers. And the gap there, it's not good. Like the way she's done it, the fact, that she have this gap between it, it means that like you really want someone like this to follow you, right? See how she's choosing wisely who she's going to follow and who's not. So you say like, who's she following? You also want to be part of it. So that's on one way look like. But on the other hand, like when you have more people that you follow versus followers, it doesn't look professional. It's look like you're the kind of person that all you've done is just invited people to follow them for you begging them like, follow me back, and you have a gap. So always make sure that you're closing the gap. Have more people. And that's the one of the don't that people do. And it needs to be a must that you do. Make sure always that you have more followers versus following. Close that gap. So look at your Instagram account and close that gap. That's very important. And make it like desirable. People want you to say like, oh, he doesn't have that many. I also want him to follow me.
I want to ask you a question on this exact topic. I have a friend that I spoke yesterday with, and he's a great caricature designer. He's really amazing visual. His name is Amit Friedman, and he's really beautiful photos himself in Instagram. And he added a lot of followers, like 900 followers. Like he follows 900 people, and very few people follow him. And I said, oh my God, how come your designs are and images are perfect and they're unique, and you like do it by hand, and how is it possible? And then I seen the unproportional way that he has 900 people he follows and maybe 90 that follow him. And I said, okay, man, this is the place you need to stop. Don't follow any more people. Just let people follow you.
So the problem is that, everyone tell you how you can go, and you see the videos, how you can go on Instagram in 1,000 like followers in a few, like very quickly. And all they basically teach you is to take the phone, get inside to maybe some of your competitors, I'll say it like that, and like people that come from the same industry, and start following them, or look at like post that you like and start following them. Hopefully they will follow you back. But the problem with this is that first, you're following people that are not probably necessarily your target market. So they're not necessarily going to want to follow you back. On the other hand, even if they're going to follow you back, they're not going to really engage with you because they're not your target market. They're not going to become your potential clients that move to a client. And that's a problem. So one of the things that I also recommend is that if you know who you're targeting, so look at the people that it's in the same industry as you. So he's an artist. I'll go to different artists that he admires, and I will take a look at the people, not that doing a like, the people that are engaging in the comments, and I start going to following them. And I've been following, for some of them, you can even just send a message like, hi, I really love your profile. Like, can we maybe connect and ask this, and try to engage and get that connection. And that's how you're going to start building the right followers into your Instagram. So don't chase after the likes, because you know what, even if you're going to get to more than 10,000 followers, are you actually getting business out of it? And I think that's the problem, that people are trying to chase after the amount of followers to get to a bigger number because they think they got a bigger exposure. But bottom line, it's not the right exposure. They're not going to get money out of it. And that's not the purpose. You don't want to be in social media just to be in social media. You actually want to benefit something out of it. You want to actually grow your business and get money in. So there's different ways to grow your Instagram, but stop doing the like, or follow to each one, and start cleaning your Instagram. Please clean your Instagram. I find myself that if someone follow me on Instagram, they know that a lot of the time I send a voice note saying like, hi, thank you for following me. And most of the time I'll give also like a tip on what to do with the account from what I've seen. And for every person I almost seen in the last like few months, it's like, that's the issue. They have more follow than following. followers, more following than followers. Make it shorter. It doesn't look good. It looks like that's the type of person you are, that you're chasing after the likes, and that you maybe not going to give a quality, like a proper, content. And what I always say is, don't chase after the quantity. Use good quality to bring the quantity. If you have the good and proper, like if you have the quality, you're going to get the quantity and it's going to come to you.
Dana, there is some interruptions on the line, so I just hear you a bit stepped, like in pieces.
Okay.
I can. Oh, okay. Now the picture is just stepped because maybe something in.
So maybe it's on your side, because I don't know. It looks like it's fine.
No, I mean, it could be everything. I trust everything. Yeah. Okay. So this is very, very important thing about the followers, quantity and quality. This is great. Very, I believe this is great importance. And I say that paradoxically, what you said about cleaning, it's only the cleaning could even help to get you step further. Only the cleaning, not adding new ones. The opposite way. It's paradox, but it's working.
It is, because if you're going to clean, people will see there's something more attractive there. They also want to be under the following, and they're going to join you. This is a nice page. It's a humor type of base of that make jokes, and they've just done a nice design. But also here, you see, like, I would even try to get the gap between the followers to the following a bit bigger. And I'll give you one tip of one of the things they don't do here that it's missing out. They don't have in the bio an hashtag. Okay, and that's
why do you have why do you have to have hashtag in a bio? I never thought it's a must.
Okay, because when you use a certain hashtag and you're doing the search on Instagram and you search on a hashtag, let's say you look for a coaching, do a hashtag coaching or something that's around this. If you do this, you will come up with the accounts that have that hashtag in their bio. So basically, it's just going to help people to find your account. So you need to make sure that you have at least try to have like 2 hashtags. One that is describing your business, and the other one that is something maybe unique for your business. Not always you can, because sometimes because of the amount of text that you have, it doesn't allow you to have even 2. But at least try to have something that, like a hashtag that explains, that can help people to get to your page. Because if they're going to use that hashtag, it's going to lead them to your account. Okay, is there something you want to say about this account?
Yeah, I wanted to add something about about this on this page. I really like this page. They have I think they're using 2 very powerful techniques. One of the technique is humor, which is always working for people to follow you. For people follow just for gags, okay? Just to be, it's fun to sometimes have a joke in your, it's not really a joke, it's just a quote of a customer that sends them, or people that send them the quote of this funny thing that customer says. And the other thing is that they use a sense of community. So those 2 very powerful techniques that do use them, which is humor and sense of community, like gathering things from people, gathering information from common knowledge, not only things coming out of you, but let others to contribute. When you let others to contribute, you get very much power in your speech, because you cause others want to contribute as well. So this is a great technique to engage.
I fully agree. So when you say humor, to use humor absolutely in everything. If you can get the other person that looks at your page, looks at your feed, and he has some emotions on it, if you have an emotion from the side of make him laugh, make him cry, make him, scared, everything that there is an emotion in it is going to get people to want to take a look. They want to react better. They're going to be there. They're going to engage even. And the nice thing that you say is that actually the way they've done it, and they're causing people to engage more. And that's what you're trying to do. Not just to give a like. You feel like having a comment. You feel like saving and sharing it with others. That's the nice thing about like jokes. Okay, this one. Oh, sure. All right.
Okay, this one. Want me to tell you this story?
Yes, please.
Okay, so yeah, the story is very short. This is Genius Marketing Agency. This is a Russian agency that I follow for a while. They also I see their sponsored ads, and they are inviting to their school to teach you to be social media manager, which is very very powerful thing now in all the universe there is. Um, in generally, what they say, they have this guy that talking in the video, and actually this is weird, but I know the school is very good, but this video is engagement rate is very low, which I don't know why. Okay, but I invite you to discuss why do you think this social media like Genius Marketing Agency has a relatively such a low rate on Facebook. What do you think, Dana?
If I look at the post, first there's a lot of text. The fact that you need to click on the more, you're not necessarily want to go there and do it and read more. It's not a video, it's a picture, right? So I would, for example, I would prefer him to come and say something that will make me understand why are they considered to be the genius.
I think it's a video. It just was in the play mode.
Okay. But also, like with him, there's nothing that you like. Even if you look at him, no offense, in the background, everything, there's nothing really that catch the eye that you wanna actually. I want to listen. I want to read more. Even in the way they've done the text without even understanding Russian, there is nothing. Even in the titles, there is something like even use some more emojis. Use something that will catch the eye. Something that's gonna make you stop and say, "Okay, I want to take a look. I want to read it. I want to understand better." It looks kind of boring and not something that's very attracting, so I can understand. And that's the sad thing that you look at companies like this and you say they've got so much knowledge, but they don't know how to make it accessible. They don't know how to get it out there and to have people to use it and to learn something from it. And that's where they're missing out, because they do have the knowledge to share and everything, but it's not out there. So I found it very boring. And if you guys are there watching us, you can feel free to share what you think about this.
I have also a thought about this. Oh, sorry if you didn't finish.
It's your turn.
What I wanted to say about this is the first sentence is there. It says the digital market don't have enough SMM agencies. So they use the term SMM like if it was clear to everybody. So I say what they miss is clarity. They don't clear enough for people, and people don't know what's SMM and agency. They don't have an idea that SMM stands for social media management. So because you're using terms that only you understand, it doesn't mean everybody will understand them. So very important to be clear with your message and to broadcast it to people that don't know, that have no idea what's SMM term or any other term that you have. So very important to be very clear.
So I like what you're saying, because it's very important. A lot of the time, the message is clear to us in our head. We know exactly what we want to say. And you know what? Take it outside even of a job or of a business, even in relationships, right? Like, you know exactly why you got hurt. You know exactly what you feel. But between that, to actually make it clear to the other side, it's not that easy. And that's why when you're trying to make a message and to put the message out there, if you're not sure if it's working or not, always give it to someone else to take a look. And I can say that even when I used to work in marketing for corporates, I would go, for example, with the design of a flyer or something like this. I'll go to the legal team, to the finance team, to the sales team, and I'll ask them, what are you getting out of it? What do you understand? What's the message coming? If the message coming through, yes or not? Because you do want people to understand what you're trying to say. But a lot of time you forget how much it's clear to you in your head. But in the execution part, is it coming clear there or not? And that's something you need to think about because it's very important. And that's what people actually are missing out. So make sure that your message is very clear. I'm going to move to this one.
Let's see about the stats below. There is next slide, I think.
So it's this one, I think. Yes.
By the way, I love Ho'oponopono technique, so that's why I see their ads. This is a great technique. You read about it, you just free on YouTube. But of course, they have schools or products or certification or teaching or whatever. I like this ad because it's also I see can people like that because it's clear. It has numbers in it. Okay, numbers make things clear. Like 95% off. Okay, so you say, wow, it probably must be at good price, and I don't know what's Ho'oponopono, so let me check that. So this I think works with curiosity.
It's first good to see that there's more sharing than comments, and I've got a nice amount of people that liking it.
How would you respond to this ad? You don't know what's Ho'oponopono for now, if you don't know.
No, so I'll say like I will try to read it for a second to like it's gonna catch my eye because in the beginning I must admit I thought it's something about vacation, like a resort or hotel or something like this. But then so it's gonna catch your eye for a second, and maybe that's part of the confusion that they're doing here. And then I'm gonna start reading, and then if I'll feel that it's relevant for me, I'll keep on reading or be interested. And if not, I'm gonna skip. But I wonder if that's what they were thinking about when they've done it. Thinking about, okay, I'm gonna get the people eye contact because of think about it's a vacation, because you see the beach here and it's intriguing. Like you want to know what's happening here. And you want to read maybe if you think about a vacation all the time. And then you understand that it's how to clear negativity, activate your dream potential. So if you really, it's going to work for you. So you're going to take a look. But I can understand where it's coming from.
By the way, there is a great book about this technique, which Joe Vitale wrote. So I truly believe this is an old Hawaiian technique. Maybe that's why I also see involved in there because it's Hawaii, and technically it's about there's trying to bring people to school. Okay, so which is to be a master in this technique and teach in school. So sorry.
No, so I'm looking at what you're saying, and then I'm looking at the name, right? And the thing is that if you see like it's very tiny, you have like the slogan, the name of the doctor, and then in big like after you whatever say it. But I would make the transform your life, the slogan, I would make it bigger than the doctor, for example. That will make more sense. That will catch my eye better. Because I will be like, okay, transform your life. How? Like, what's the thing? Like, I will try. But it's kind of disappearing, that slogan. And that's a shame because it's a nice saying, transform your life. But that's where the message is kind of fading and not very clear, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree with you because also the technique is very simple, but to explain it, you need some time. So I guess this message suits to people that already know basics of this method, and probably it's not. It's very hard to target new people to the method. And maybe if they do target new people to this method, they should write it as a story or as something that will engage.
Yeah, I would put a video. It's not that difficult to get new target market for this, to attract new people. I would make a video with our wine style and how to change your life and how to transform your life, how to make it. You can do it and you can succeed very well with this. So I believe.
I'm working also with concrete things. Like, for example, it would be great as a person if a person would be speaking here, how it would how is it to be a teacher of Ho'oponopono, or how is it transformed his own life? It would be much more engaging than just a text in this example.
But those are the things that you need to pay attention to. So if you put something and you've got a strong saying, share it, highlight it. You know, people want to know what it's all about. Make it easy for them, catch their eye. If it's easy for them, it's something they can understand, straight to the point, they will come. If you're going to try to make it too complicated, you're going to lose the people around. Okay, so that's like a recipe or something. It's a cooking course.
Yeah, cooking. Look below on the results. Next one. Next slide. Yeah, this one is nice. This one is very nice.
And that's nice. It's more people actually more engaging in the comments versus people actually liking, and that's nice. So what they've done, they actually put a picture. So Israelis like to travel in Thailand and like the Thai kitchen. So they said like here, like 5 dishes that you can make for your dinner. They're sharing it nicely, like, you know, they're saying it's a course that where you're going to learn. And for people that actually like it and they want to learn the recipe. So I'm assuming that if you look in the comments, people are probably sharing recipes, talking about it. I've done this, I've done that. And, you know, people sharing their experience and they're going to put it out there. So that's very nice and simple. It's a clear picture. You know exactly what the type of food you're going to get there. It's very clear, you know, and even the name of the account, it's very clear. And even you can see that he's a Thai person, even like with his name, Jai Thai. So it make it easy, you know, make it easy to make a decision. And then they tell you exactly what you're going to get. They say you're going to get 5 dishes that you're going to make, 5 healthy dishes. So that's why I think people are commenting. And also because it's something that a lot of people in that specific, in Israel, if I look at it, they love Thailand. They love the Thai kitchen, as I said. So they can feel the connection and they all have the experience. And that's what the nice thing. That's how you can actually think about, okay, what's working for my target market that I can actually take and put it out there for them to engage. Something that they feel that they need to ask questions, not something they feel they need to share something that's going to make them to be more active.
So I believe this ad does it perfectly, really. Because they, first of all, it's very hard to fail it with food, but I see some people still manage to fail with food. This guy is not failing, okay? Yeah. He's making exactly right thing. He making a great lead magnet. So 2 great examples here is a lead magnet, which is it makes it useful. He makes the ad his content source. He sharing 5 recipes of the Thai food. Okay, just sharing. He's just giving you free. Here, take 5 recipes. It just makes it look like a standard article and fun article, which you would click anyway. Okay, it's not even an ad. But he says, like, you can see the first line there is called spoiler. Okay, also he's using great copywriting. I'm just telling if you can scroll one back, there is a first line in this ad, actually very important. I really stick with text here because text should make you read. Each line should make you read the other line. So this says, spoiler, I made you a tasty gift. This is the first line in the ad. Wouldn't you read that? It's just a tasty gift.
And you know what's got the engagement even more? There is a question here is saying, and then I'm asking you, and have you actually had the chance to cook something like this at home? And that's going to get people to come and want to be part of and, like, you know, answer it. And that's the thing that I always say. When you post something, ask a question. Ask a question about that content in that post to get people to want to answer. And he asked. So people probably, even if they download it now and they saw the ad after, they will comment, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do this. I've got another recipe. You know, people are sharing, and that's part of it. And that's why I got so many comments.
Great example. Learn from that. Let's go on.
Last one.
We have another maybe 10 minutes. It's okay. So just to be right on time.
So there's no more examples in the one.
No more examples. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. But I think, like, if we look in general and the do and don'ts, okay? And that's very important. A lot of the time, people are trying to copy paste the big companies with the way they do marketing. But that's not right. The one thing that I would, for example, recommend for people to copy from the big companies is the planning part, is the research part. And not just to try to spend that money on adverts or stuff like this. If you have a small budget, spend that money wisely. Work on the organic marketing. If you can do the advert, but make sure that you do the advert the right way. And one of the things that I see is that a lot of people want to do a Google campaign, for example, but the website is terrible. So you can pay as much money do you want, for example, for Google ads, but then people come to your website and it's all over the place. It's not clear. So you're going to miss them out. So you're going to basically pay money just to get the people to the website, but not to get business opportunities, not to get leads, which that's why you've done it. So that's why I say, like, try to really copy the right thing. Planning is important. Plan, write yourself, what's your goals? How are you going to achieve those goals? What's the different tactics that you're going to use? What's your budget? What can I do with the budget I have now? And start working step by step. So that's one of the do and don'ts that I really want to highlight, because I see it a lot. And as someone that worked for the big companies, I know what I've done and I know what's working and I know what I can take and what's not. And I see that really a lot of people are trying to do it, but also they're forgetting that if you work for, like, if you have brands around you like Nike, like clinics, like McDonald's, whatever, those are companies that are working on the brand for so many years that it's so strong that they don't need to work hard on social media like you do. They don't need to chase after the followers and the likes and the comments and stuff like this. Okay, it's easier for them. People automatically want to be part of that and be part of what they're doing. So don't forget that. Is there do and don'ts that you think about that you want to share?
I thought about the one you spoke now, which is planning. It's very, very important. But people also, when they plan, first of all, most people don't plan at all. They just like, oh, it seems nice to me. Let's do that. Let's do this. So this is one big do make a plan. So the second I would like to add about the plan is the no limitation of the platform which you're planning for. I'll explain. For example, most people don't even have an awareness of that Facebook of what is current Facebook click rate on ads in their industry. Okay, what do I mean? For example, you're in a retailer industry or in a legal industry, and you put a budget on the ad, and then you say, "Oh my God, only one person clicked from 100% that's seen the ad," and this is a perfect outcome of this industry for this type of ad. So before you get upset, before you get sad and say, "Oh my God, why is the click rate so low? I don't believe this. I spent so much money." Don't do that. Just check before you make a credit card stamp. Check before what is the current click rate on this. You can just Google it, or I can send you later the website where you can have all the industries and what is the good click rate for your industry. This is just a number. If you got more than 1%, you're a genius. Okay, that's what I have to say. So that's it. know the numbers.
That's what people are missing out. You know, you have a small budget as entrepreneurs, like a small business owner. You need to spend it wisely. So make sure you do that research. And the nice thing that I like about like today is that you've got so many different websites and so many different like suppliers that actually help you to understand it. Even on YouTube, you've got the different one that help you to understand like the numbers and how to improve it. On Instagram, you've got the insights. On Facebook as well. Like there's a lot of stuff. So basically all you need to do is just look at your accounts and understand them. Understand the behavior of your target market. What are they engaged with? Which content are they engaging more? What's working, what's not? Which days are better? Which days are less? Really try to understand their behavior. Once you're going to do that, it's going to make your life very easy. And I think that's part of the thing that we're missing out, that's the research. Because a lot of time when we think about research, we think about something very big and so many pages and maybe take it to like university or college kind of stuff, but it's not. Just even by looking at people that follow you, for example. Look at the type of people that follow your account on Facebook, your business page. Most of them are not even a private account, so you can actually see what are they commenting on. You can just do a bit of a research just to understand, you know, even when you work for a big company and you go to a sell meeting, you need to prepare yourself. You can look at the website, you can look at their social media accounts, you can see what's the message out there. And then you learn how to speak with them, how to engage with them, how to get that to build that connections. And that's all about like social media today. It's all about building connections, building a community, just becoming a guru in your industry. And that's what I really believe in. So it doesn't matter which industry you come from, work on that. That's the do that you need to do. Make sure that in every little thing you do on your marketing activities, you are presenting yourself as a guru, as an expert. Don't make your message all over the place. Don't make your design all over the place. Make it very clear, very simple, and something that people can remember. And that's going to help you a lot.
I think it's a great summary. I think we can also already summarize. And I think it's don't have now much to add. This is great.
And I think like really just understand that marketing, and we're gonna sum it all up. Marketing is all about trials. Okay, there's no winning formula. There is no such thing. And you can really literally look at this, and I can share it from a different example. I used to work in one of the biggest food companies in Israel, and I can say that I'll never forget it, that we have a competitor that used to invest 10 times more on advertising versus us, although we are the bigger. But for market share, we were much bigger than them. So it wasn't about like spending that money on that adverts. It's about working smartly, working the right way, engaging with the right people, investing in the right things. So think about it, how you invest, and that's why I really recommend. And if someone want to have a template on how to prepare marketing and strategy plan, so if someone wants, you can put the comments, either your email address or message me on a private, and I'll send you this. Just do it. Make a plan, understand how you're going to reach it to your goal. What are the different activities you can do together? And it can be on the different social media platforms, it can be newsletters, it can be networking, so many stuff. And if you work nice, you will link all of them together. So that's the big do you need to make. Okay, work without a plan, that's a big no-no. It is, because that's what works for the big company. The big company knows exactly, they're working now on the plans for next year, so they can get a budget X for this, and the results of the next year, it's going to be as per this, and that's how they work. So you need to work as well. Don't do the spaghetti on the wall, that you throw the spaghetti, whatever sticks, whatever falls. It doesn't work like that. If you want to work smartly and get to a place that you're not on a survival mode, that you just want to get money in so you can cover your expenses, if you work smart, you're going to get there, and you know exactly how to monitor it, and you have a guideline. So that's it for today. So I'm going to say thank you, Anna, for joining. And
thank you so much.
And maybe next time we can do about different innovations, about Twitter, Telegram, and stuff like this. So if you have any questions about marketing, you're more than welcome to reach out to us and ask the questions. We're going to be here to answer. And have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Bye.